Welcome, everyone, to our weekly world session. This is February 4th, 2025. And in our little group, we've decided we're going to work with responsibility and growing up. Like, we just need to really step into our skin, like, really be able to, keep our feet on the ground. And you might just feel this right away and understand what responsibility is. Remember, it is not guilt, it is not burden, it is being able to take, um, it's the ability to respond to life. Okay. Now I know some of us might say Jordan Peterson always talks about Christ and taking the heaviest burden and walking with it. Well, yes, of course, we want to um, carry the burdens that we have. We want to deal with them. We want to responsibly um, respond to whatever is required in the burden. Like, we're going to take our family. Where here I've decided to take this burden of um, doing the world session every week since COVID began, and helping the world, but and myself at the same time. So it's my ability to respond to it, not carrying it on my shoulders and lugging it around as though there's nothing I can do about it. So that's one thing. The second thing is going to be the disassociation of guilt and dumping guilt to the individuation process. Individuation is a void within the heart. We're just going to move it through there. You may feel nausea because the feminine navel connection to mother can often feel guilty about things that the mother is unable to do during their lives. Or when the mother is not responsible, she may place that burden on the child. So let's get that active memory out of there, which would, ring with sensitivities, where we get sensitive about things that we feel or we perceive. There's different types of sensitivity we can have. Um, a sensitivity in the sensory system, which is something that can be healthy if you're finding yourself more sensitive these days. The more you're able to work with this session and find out what types of things you need to be able to respond to in your life, you'll find those sensitivities are manageable. Now, that's not going to be every person on the planet. There's a certain percentage of the population that have a higher level of sensitivity. But then there's taking things personally, how we feel like about what someone says or does. That is a different type of sensitivity that can be related more to a pathology. So the pathology would be my beliefs say that you shouldn't say this to me, or you shouldn't speak that way. Those are difficulties that the individual will suffer. You may lash out and try to do the blame game on someone else that they made you feel, but remember words like, you make me feel, victim language. I'll try, victim language. I have to, victim language. It's a good idea to take responsibility. There's more terms, but good idea to take responsibility for victim language, because you're not going to be able to deal with your sensitivities, and you're not going to be able to go out there and live your life. You want to live an abundant, lucrative, successful life, and you're the only one that can do that. So today, what you might think about is where you can move from sensitive, that is your personal take on things perspective, where you're looking out there and taking things personally, and then you push the world away. You look out there, you take things personally, then you push the world away and expect the world to protect you. No, no, that's not how we do it. We look inside and see, what the heck is taking this personally? Why do I even care about that? What's going on that I care about that? And start looking at it clearly and say, what do I need to create? What do I intend to make in my life? I intend to have really good health. I intend to eat well. I intend to exercise. I intend to heal parts of me, whether it's psychological, emotional, physical, so that I can live a better life, that I can create what I want to create for myself and those around me. So think of what you would like to have and allow that to supplant what you've been repetitively thinking throughout your lifetime. Repetitively thinking throughout your lifetime. Now, there can be parasites, there can be virus, there can be mold, there can be infection, there can be all kinds of imbalance in your microbiome. Your body could have a load of bugs in it that are thinking for you, right? So if you have a parasite that is thinking for you, how do we kill that parasite? Well, you could take a parasite cleanse. Of course, you can. We can do body chemistry technique to kill that parasite. But another way to do it is to get your mind to think something else, to start believing something else, because we need all of it. I was just reading about pain. When we experience pain, if you just won the million, you just won the lotto and you stub your toe, what do you think's going to happen? Well, you're not really going to feel that, are you? You're not going to feel it. You're going to have different chemicals running through your body. You're going to have endorphins. So you're not going to feel that pain as much. But if someone died in your family and then you stub your toe, you're going to be crying your eyes out. No, woe is me and poor me. So think about that. If you are able to create a shift, you can help your immune system really kill all of those things that are influencing you in a negative way. So I'm just trying to bring in different ways in which you can look at what is it that I dream of? What is my intention for my life? If you're thinking negative thoughts, if you're thinking, oh, I'm older and I'm going to die and my life is over and I'm getting sick and, oh, I had cancer and I had this and I had that. Yeah, okay, so create that if you want. Or you think, I've survived this long. I've made things happen in my life. I can make more happen. I don't care if you're missing a leg, it doesn't really make a difference. I don't wake up and feel like everything's good in my body. There are lots of things, but I keep working it through. I keep finding the consciousness. I look for the emotion. I look for a new exercise to do. I get my sessions, my energy healing sessions. And we've got this one that we do as a group. And by the way, I always feel pretty darn amazing after I do these sessions. Sometimes I want to conk out and fall asleep. Sometimes a pain might come up for 24 hours, and then I start thinking of the session and I tap it in again and help it clear. So today, right now, I'm going to go quiet and start first imagining what you would like your life to be like. Just one thing, just look at one small thing and then set it as an intention. So if you're anything like me, there were 50 things that came in there, but I tried to narrow it down to just one for now. And then every day, like responsibility, don't burden yourself with all the things. Work one at a time. You can even jot them down and say, I'm going to take time to visualize it. And remember, action follows thought. So the moment you think it, you create it, you're going to start going towards it. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It could take really long. It doesn't matter. You keep creating those things. And that is what's going to bring us, a more wonderful, happier, healthier life. Because if we're smiling and we're laughing and we're having a good day, we're going to be healthier. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. It was a different kind of session, but I think that intention is super, super important, creating that and making your life Wonderful. Remember, this is coming up a third time today, is make sure you ground your feet during the day. Make sure you feel your feet. I did a session this morning. I was like, wow, why don't I do this more often? Feel your feet on the ground. Make sure the soles of your feet connect. Get your toes. We haven't done this for a while. Make sure your toes touch the ground. You could do one at a time, just like your fingers, move each finger one at a time. Do the same with your toes. Get yourself connected to the planet. Yes, you're going to have memories where the planet has been dangerous. We need to shift that. The planet isn't dangerous. Yeah, it has dangers and safety, but connecting to it is not dangerous. It's not. We need to connect to her. Remember, that's our feminine. We can't just spend all our time in the sky. We need to connect. So when we think of something that we want in the future, the intention, bring it into your body, feel your toes and your feet, connect to the earth, and watch that start happening. As long as you stay in what you want to create. The minute your mind goes into the old patterns, the old stuff, then shift your attention to the new. If you're having trouble, then bring it to one of these sessions or get to your local healer so they can help you drain that stuff out. All right. Have a great week, and I'll see you all next week on the flip side, and we'll do something new. We're getting closer and closer to Valentine's Day. So, one little other message, remember to love yourself.